Hello and welcome to the Fatherhood News Podcast. I'm Hannah Williams, and here are today's headlines. We start today's broadcast with the news on the latest war in Manamaya, and after the defeat in the last cycle that was suffered by Green Party of Zasha, unknown commanders have counterattacked Lubei state holdings, and experts say that it's neck and neck with this action balancing both sides. The Fatherhood News will bring you up to the cycle updates as they happen. In other war news, Black Halo finishing in Uchalaroja's suffering continues with every cycle stories of families, friends and neighbors torn apart by this civil war. With no clear winner still to emerge, the only thing that is certain is that more innocents will die before the end of this civil war. Moving on to election news, and our star system is in a political resurgence with first-round results in the election in Cui 11 for the control of Guest Gateway and Shakes Progress are in, and the Fatherhood projects a win for Gladuchin for equality. However, not all elections are running as expected, with the election once again stalling in NLTT 14879 with Union of LHS 1758 Alliance disputing the results of the first round. The markets are eagerly awaiting this result, with commodity prices differing wildly from station to station. NLTT 14879 is not the only star system that is facing election disputes. Another day of no results in Mini Horizons' election, with accusation and counter-accusation of vote rigging. Experts say this could end up in a war. We hope that this is not the case in the dual election for Crown Camp and Vrees Base, as votes for the second cycle are in and counting has begun in the Fatherhood's base of Kenan Vision. Both parties are still on the campaign trail, rallying the last remaining voters to their side. In business news, BD plus 69 238 Posse's struggles seem to be turning. They are only 0.1% away from the monarchy, with a number of the monarchy citizens defecting to the posse. Our reporter Henry Kai brings us this update from BD plus 69 238.
The posse have long provided protection for the monarchy. To some, they are the iron fist that kept the law and order as stated by the monarchy. They enforce with absolute efficiency what needs to be done. But all of this came to an end when the posse mismanaged their fleet carriers, and the Burra Corporation was forced to repossess them and refund the monarchy instead of the posse. The posse had assumed the monarchy would just transfer the credits so they can buy their carriers again, but the monarchy have refused to do this until a full audit was conducted to ensure the correct processes are in place, so they are not put in this embarrassing situation again. To that end, the posse have withdrew their protection of the monarchy, and a number of loyal monarchy citizens have defected to the posse, fearing a civil war.
Warnate's Blue organization have continued their illegal practices for short-paying commanders for bounties and remain in a bust state. Officials have stated that they will make sure commanders are paid in full on completion, and any shortfall will be taken and placed as a debt against the Warnate's Blue organization. In a tragic news, the Kier gang today have reported that they have lost a further 25 citizens due to the ongoing famine. Fatherhood Central Command have just passed a bill to send relief Type 9s to support this ongoing humanitarian crisis. With the projected civil unrest, LHS 1848 Blue Ring have officially asked the Fatherhood for support, while small demonstrations continue against the current perceived corruption by the administration. Central Command of the Fatherhood and Suising Netcom's organization have repelled Manamaya Rat's pirate attack in Ashandras, and the Fatherhood News has learnt that talks are underway to provide more water to the rats to relieve them from the suffering drought they face. As reported on in the main Fatherhood News broadcast on YouTube, the distant sloths undergone a heroic rescue mission. Our very own Commander Sloth Bob Peralta, with his return, a number of commanders celebrated his historic visit of all 42 regions of the galaxy. However, due to the excessive illegal fireworks that welcomed the distant sloths in both Lee Orbital and Schwann Port, a number of docking bays were damaged, and the Fatherhood officially declared infrastructure failure that is leading to long delays in these busy starports. And we end tonight's broadcast with the revolutionary NLTT 14879 Democrats celebrating their annual public holiday of their independence from the aristocrats of NLTT 14879. With a number of NLTT 14879 citizens joining in the celebrations that some see as a political statement against the aristocrats' way of life. I have been Hannah Williams for the Fatherhood News Podcast. Remember, our main news program can be found on thefatherhoodwing.space and also on YouTube. And for an up-to-the-cycle update on all these and other stories, please follow us on Twitter at NewsFatherhood. Fly safe, commanders, and as we say here in the Fatherhood News Network, Don't dream of the stars, fly amongst them.